So this morning we're starting out from the Fairfield Inn and Suites in Christiansburg. My day starts out with a ride back to the trail. Mrs. Grayson's going to drive me back there. Today, had kind of an ornery sleep last night, but today I'm going to the trailhead. I have about an 8 or 9 mile hike. Not a bad day, so it's beautiful weather in the 70s. Slight chances of showers this afternoon, but anyway, that's where we start off today. All right, here we are at the trailhead, Mrs. Grayson and Grayson, and we're getting ready to take off on my hike this morning. I'm going to flip the camera around. I'm going to show you some scenery here. It's just absolutely stunning, this kind of country pasture. We come over here. Just absolutely gorgeous. It looks like today I'm going up over this ridge right up here. So this is day 22 and it looks like a wonderful day. So here's the start of my trail this morning. This is absolutely stunning. I know we're not gonna stay out in the field for very long, but trees are in bloom. It rained last night, but I wasn't in it. So today looks like it's going to be middle 70s, and so pretty good hiking weather. Chance of showers, I don't think we're going to get it. And I've got today is a little bit of a shorter day. I have like an 8 mile trek today, and then tomorrow I have, well, I'm going to go through. Tomorrow I have a 12 mile day. It's just the way the water works out in the camping. Right now, most of what's happening is you hike up a ridge, hike along the top of the ridge, then you hike back down to water, and then you hike up another ridge and over it, and then back down to water. So we're just trying to. Okay, I made it through my little obstacle, and now it looks like we're kind of on the trail in earnest. They had a bunch of logs down through that meadow. Looks like sometimes it gets pretty soggy and wet there, and you can walk elevated on the logs, but this morning they looked like more of a challenge than what they were worth. So we'll say I much prefer like a 8-pound pack to a 25-pound pack. So today's going to be getting used to having the heavier pack on. Take you along with me. So I'm taking a little break here after an uphill, but I would just, there are a couple of things I thought about for my musings for today. The first is, I made some changes to my pack, and I've got a new rule. You can't add anything without taking something out. So I added this sun hoodie here, and I took out a merino wool base layer shirt that I've only used a couple of times to sleep at night, and the weather's going to be warm here for the next week or so, so I know I'm not going to need that. I've got plenty of insulation to sleep in my hammock. I added a Tyvek ground sheet to go under my hammock and tarp, and that just allows me to spread the contents of my pack out without getting leaves and pine needles in it. So I'm going to try that for the first time and see. I have been using the sit pad that you can see kind of on the back of my backpack here. It's just not big enough. It's surprising how much gear goes in a backpack. So that was 3 ounces. To compensate for that, I had been wearing a knee brace for the first week or week and a half, and for the last number of days I haven't been wearing the knee brace, and my knee's been fine. They got to the point where I couldn't wear the knee brace anymore because it had chafed a real sore on the back of my leg just from all the rubbing, and I knew I needed to get it off. So the knee brace was probably heavier than the Tyvek ground sheet. The sun hoodie I'm wearing was probably slightly heavier than the base layer, So I'm probably a net gain. I mean a net, yeah, maybe a net loss of an ounce or two. Anyway, every ounce counts when you're going uphill. The other thing I noticed this morning, I've been feeling like my backpack was kind of off balance to one side, and I noticed I was carrying both water bottles on the same side. So I've shifted. I've got one water bottle on my right side, one on my left, and the pack feels so much more balanced. It's amazing what little things make a difference when you're out hiking. So I've just climbed looks like 500 feet of cumulative elevation gain. We've been doing these pointless ups and downs where we go up and then we go down and lose it again. But I think we're actually starting the climb, or at least part of it, in earnest here. And I'm just going to have to ease up over it today. My body is, well, it's feeling the weight of a fully loaded pack. I'm gonna keep going there here, and I'll eventually make my goal at the end of the day. It's the tortoise, not the hare. So that's one. I've got a couple other thoughts. I might reach back out here later in the day and talk about those. This is just so beautiful. All the little leaves coming out on the trees. Now we're starting to get some leaf cover. I love the greens of spring, and this is so gorgeous. The trail has been pretty gentle up. You can hear them huffing and puffing, but that's going to be a normal part of this video channel. I should maybe start a new segment called Huffing and Puffing, because pretty much any uphill I huff and I puff. The other thing I've been thinking about this morning, thought about it yesterday as well. So at Trail Magic, I'll tell you what I had. I had a cold Dr. Pepper. I had a banana and an oatmeal cream pie, and I took along a miniature payday to go. I've stayed pretty well hydrated today, so I wasn't terribly thirsty, but just feels so good to take a load off and sit down. So it's really cool. There are a number of people that come out and do this thing kind of out of the goodness of their own heart, and it is such a tremendous blessing. If I would been hiking this trail the other way today and would be coming up this grade and come to Trail Magic, I would be a huge blessing to just stop, sit, take a rest, and eat some food and put some more calories in for the rest of the climb, because I think that is about 2/3 the way up the climb. There's sort of a Forest Service road that goes in there. So anyway, it's cool to meet the people around the trail, and there's such a neat community of giving folks around the Appalachian Trail. It's rather unique. It's rather unique. It brings together people of all walks of life. The other day, my shuttle driver was a thru hiker from 2023, and she said that she said she worked inside the box for a lot of years. She was a pharmacist, and she hiked the trail and has never gone back to a pharmacy job. She does some hiker support stuff here, and then she drives up and does it in New England as well, working with a couple of hostels there, shuttling and giving people advice. So anyway, it's the very cool thing about the hiker community is you're a hiker, and as such you relate to everybody as a hiker. So it doesn't matter color of skin, it doesn't matter age. It kind of brings together a whole group of people that is really cool and special. Well, I'll show you what I'm getting ready to go down here. You probably can't tell how steep this is, but it's steep enough I shouldn't be holding a camera in my hand while I do it. Signing off here. Well, lo and behold, came down the mountain. What do we find? We find Trail Magic. So we're going to define what trail magic is. This is your name?
Easy Boy.
Easy Boy. Easy Boy has cold drinks here. He has fruit, candy, chips, and oatmeal cream pies just for hikers about in the middle of a pretty long uphill pull here. And so it's terribly welcome. And then the other thing that is welcome is a place to sit down, a table and a chair with a back, and that's Iceman, right?
Yeah.
That's Iceman, another through hiker. So trail magic doesn't have to be terribly sophisticated, but boy, it sure is nice to take a load off and do that. So Easy Boy, how did you get into doing trail magic?
I follow hikers for many years, and a few years ago I decided to come out and meet some of the people I've been watching on YouTube. So I've met a lot of interesting people, and it's been a real pleasure for me to do this.
Yeah. And you were saying earlier that you do it like 3 or 4 days a week for about 6.
3 or 4 days a week for about a 6-week span here
Yeah.
when the big rush comes through.
Well, thank you very much from all us hiker trash. Anyway, okay, so we made it to the top of that climb. Boy, that was a hard one. I don't know, I've heard people say that after you take a 0 that your body somehow ratchets back a little bit, but I don't know. That was a hard climb. I think it took me 45-50 minutes to do a mile. Just had to do 60 steps and rest 30 seconds, 60 steps. But I think we're at the max elevation today, and now we're going to go down, 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 down. So anyway, this is what it looks like up here now. It looks different. I would imagine after a while all this trail videos start looking the same. I didn't realize it, but up here there's a water source right up here on top of the mountain. So could have been a possible camping site, but doesn't fit my itinerary. So now we're going to go down. We're going to scrub off pretty much all this elevation gain today for the remainder of the day, and then start back up the other side to a shelter at least. If I can think of a clever plan to keep me from carrying too much water, we may go a little beyond the shelter to shorten tomorrow's day, where I'm going to meet a shuttle at a specific point at a specific time. And so if I can shorten that day to increase my odds of making it there on time, that would be wonderful. So I'll keep taking you along. It is a beautiful day. It's in the 70s, slightly overcast and sunny. It kind of plays in and out, and seen some beautiful scenery. Well, this is Grayson with a day 22 wrap up. Hey, you know, I don't have a green shirt on and an orange hammock, and I don't look like a pumpkin this time. So we got the orange on orange theme going with a little black. Anyway, today the hike was 9 miles, a little over 2,000 feet elevation gain. I don't know why I kicked my butt so bad, but it was just a tough hike. Maybe first day back on trail and my body isn't quite used to it. I don't know what it was, but it was hard. The weather was great. It was overcast in the 70s. I mean, coming up that grade, I was still sweating. Sweating like a racehorse, but you know, it is what it is. Been a good day. From Trail Magic, had quite a bit of downhill, and then got to the shelter here, which has really good water. Looked over my options. Thought about going a little farther today, but one, I didn't think I had enough gas in the tank, and two, the next, I would have had to hike 3.7 miles with 1,700 feet of elevation gain. to get to a campsite, and I would have had to get water along the way and carry water up the hill, and just didn't seem to make sense. And honestly, I don't know if my psyche would have handled it today. So staying here, really need to get an early start tomorrow. I've got a 12 I need to do. Similar elevation gain. Well, actually maybe more elevation gain, but not all at once tomorrow, to get to where I want to get a shuttle pickup. So I'm hoping that a good meal tonight and a good rest will get me in a good spot to take off. It's going to take me, I don't know, to do that 1.5 miles uphill. That's the main portion of it, 1,700 feet. Well, 1.5 miles, actually, 2 point some miles. It'll probably take me 3 hours to make that climb. So I need to get ahead of that. The rest of it is kind of roly-poly. But if you get 1,700 feet and then you get another 1,000 feet of elevation gain with your ups and downs, there's still some more ups to go. So we'll just see how that works out. I may have to make a call tomorrow, as I see how I'm getting along, and say, I just don't have enough gas in the tank to make it to the shuttle pickup point, and send them a message via satellite, and in a time frame. I probably need to make that call at about 2:30 in the afternoon, because they're going to pick up at 4, and want to make sure that I give them plenty of time. So that's kind of the call. I tell you, the most enjoyable part of the day is setting up my hammock and laying in it after a long, hard day, and just listening to the stream go by back here, and nature and the breeze coming through the tarp. This is awesome. Tonight's weather is going to be very, very mild. It's going to be in the 50s, which is balmy compared to the last week I was on trail. So hopefully I can get a good night's sleep, and be able to hit it in the morning and claw my way up that climb to the top of this mountain, over 4,000 feet, 4,100 feet. And then there's some other, it continues up, but very gradually after that. I think a high going to be 40 couple hundred feet, but ridge tops, they go up and down. So we'll probably go up, and then we'll go down a little bit, and then we'll go up some more, and then to finish off the day, have a fairly significant downhill like I did today, and then the last mile or two that I need to make to my shuttle is pretty much fairly level. So I'm hoping with a long day and a good start that I can make it tomorrow. Anyway, thanks for coming along with me, and I will see you tomorrow.